You still hear me, see?
Are you talking?
There you go. I heard you a little bit.
I sure
There
can hear
it.
me.
What you can do, you can text as long as you can hear me. Can you, if you can post in the comments, that way I know you can hear me at least. That way I can go ahead and do those, show you the ins and outs. And if you have questions, you can type them into the comments. All right. So I
Can you
think,
still
yeah, can you hear me?
hear me?
I hear you. Type in the comments if you can hear me. Let's do this while it's working.
Hey, what's going on, family? It's yours truly, Nick Woodard, checking in with you. Another amazing day. Hey, real quick, I want to just share my personal testimony on how Myecon, the personal financial success company, has helped change me and my family's life, right? So before Myecon, I was living not even paycheck to paycheck. I was living getting paid Friday to being broke on Monday, right? I had credit cards maxed out. I was in debt up to my neck and was clueless about money. So I was introduced to this opportunity by my personal mentor, Mr. Terrence Hill, the founder of the Financial Blueprint Academy, because we believe in giving people a financial peace of mind, right? And he shared this information with me, and based off the first strategy when it comes to cash flow management, I was able to legally adjust my W-4 form as well as my wife's, and we income shifted an extra $700 back into our household each and every month, right? And we took the new cash flow and put it towards our debt. And up to today's date, we have snowballed over $50,000 in debt at the government's expense, right? And on top of that, we have actually cash flowed just over $100,000 by applying these strategies. So I encourage each and every one of you to reach out to anyone you hear who is talking about personal financial success, representing Myecon, because we're all about changing lives and we want to welcome you to the financial journey. Have a blessed one. Peace.
Cool. Can you hear me all right?
I don't know what was going on. I had to connect back to my phone. My laptop ain't doing right.
Oh, ain't no problem. I understand how that happens too. It's all about the connection. Good stuff, man. I won't keep you long at all. Want to hit some highlights, show you where everything is, so that
Okay.
you can revisit it later and stuff like this. And I'm gonna go ahead and record it as well, just so that we can shoot it to others that are trying to learn as well. So basically, we are visiting that first strategy. Our goal is to get you what you already participating in, which is that investment side. So we go from cash flow management to business income to investment income. So that first step is what we're doing now. We're going to see how we can get more cash flow into the house so that we can then take care of any debt or anything like that, get credit right, so that we can have more money to invest. So first things on that is to find out where the cash flow manager is.
All right. Let's see if I already get it on there. Okay, I have two. I have two of those set up. I got a business cash flow manager and a home cash flow manager set up. I don't think I
Good.
completed it though.
Okay, yeah. So I'll go back through there. So just to show you some highlights. Good. Glad
Okay.
you already set it up. All right. So seeing that you already know how to get there, your cash flow
Yeah.
manager. The biggest challenge that most have is to just make sure that when they come back, they have to confirm if they have monthly entries. You have to confirm those because it doesn't automatically happen. But the best thing about it is to list expenses. So
Okay.
these are already set up so that you don't have to worry about what you're looking for. It's already alphabetical and it's already also listed as the IRS also describes them. So it goes all the way through every bit and type. So what we do first when we show people how to first get themselves going, we use our dues and subscriptions, or since it's us, then we use our cash flow manager monthly fee. Okay, so
Okay.
that there is, let's say for instance, that we were putting in for 226, and the amount we're doing 49.99, I think 49.95. Okay, who? Coach, that would be Michael. That would
Let
be
me
my
see. Do I have? I don't think I have that.
okay.
Um. All right, let's see what that's under.
Yeah, you definitely. So what I'll do, I'll go back, show you where it is. When you go here, now you probably were setting up your cash flow managers.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Okay. So now that's good too. You still need, I mean, your cash flow strategies, you still need those. So when you come to the BMC home, that's the
Okay.
first
Yeah, I got
page
the
it automatically opens up to.
home.
And then you go to tools.
Okay.
All right, and then the cash flow strategist.
Under tools.
Uh-huh.
Oh my. I got an A, B, and C. Do I need to click new or something?
Oh no, So when you went to cash flow strategist, you see A, B, and C. I know where you are. In the red box, the red stripe at the top,
Uh huh.
you see it says cash flow manager.
Yeah.
All right, that's what you click.
Okay. Yeah,
And it's up
I got
screen
two
too.
lists. One say home, one say business.
On the cash flow manager.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. And click home.
All right, hold up. All right.
All right, and what do you see now? Do you see my screen?
There's nothing up on the screen.
Okay. Do you see my screen?
No, I don't see your screen.
Okay, let me see. Let me get back here so I can. That's the problem. There we go.
Okay, yeah, I see your screen now.
All right, so I'm gonna take it back. That was
All
my
right, I see
fault.
this. I'm on that screen now.
Okay,
And what did you
gotcha.
click to get right there?
Cash flow manager. So when you hit tools, you saw cash flow strategist will come up. You click that, it'll bring you to this page here. And I'll go back through just to show.
Yeah, because I'm not. Yeah, somehow I'm not getting that page.
Okay. All right, so let's see. Now I'm on the BMC home. That's the Business Management Center.
Yeah, let
And
me
then I
get
go
back
to
to that
tools.
page.
All right.
Yeah, when I go to tools on this red stripe, it got balance sheet and financial calculators.
All right. And when I hit tools, yours didn't do like this one and show you this page here.
I don't know. Maybe I need to log out and log back in. So I'm not sure. I know how you. I was on that page before. I don't know how I got to it. How to get back to it.
Okay.
That's not it. Yeah, I'm gonna just log out and log back in. But I'm not sure what's going on here.
No problem. So I think you hit calculators.
Yeah, it put me right back in the cash flow strategist, cash flow manager. With the manager, it's not. What page you trying to get me to?
Get a cash flow manager. So if you watch my screen, you hit the cash flow strategist, and that should take you to a page like this, where you saw the A, B, and C. What you see that red stripe at the top?
Yeah.
You say home, cash flow manager.
Yeah.
All right, click cash flow manager.
All right, when I click cash flow manager, it got cash flow manager list.
Okay, that's good. Does it look like, it should look like my screen?
I got one, it says type. One says home, one says business.
Right. Those are the ones you entered in already, like my types of tests and all these, right?
Yeah. And if I click on one of them, it took me to the screen that says dashboard.
All right, it looks like mine.
Yeah, like that.
All right. Just watch me and copy me. So now, not even look at your screen, just look at my screen.
Mm-hmm.
When you hit there, you're gonna hit new expenses.
Okay.
And then all of your different expenses are listed here. And just as an example, I'm going to do one that's a monthly repeating or recurring. So if you got, let's say, for instance, mileage, I'm going to do that as well. Now, if you have internet, cell phone, same thing. Those are your expenses here. They are now write-offs. So we're going to do the cash flow manager monthly fee and say that's $226. That's today. And we're going to do $49.95. Food, and that would be Myecon. What? A membership. Where? Pay it online. And then here, right underneath that, you'll see, like say for instance, if you were out eating and you had a receipt. So you would take a picture of that receipt with your phone, and then once that happened, now you can upload that picture receipt right here. Okay, so you can do that with your phone. And then the next thing we do is they can do up to 3 cars. So we'll say, okay, my first, the car that I'm using the most here, let's say it started out at, let's say 50,000 miles. Okay, just round number. And so now when I went out for the day, I drove 80 miles. So let's say 50,000 and 80. Okay. Out of those 80 miles that I traveled, let's say approximately 60 of them were business miles.
Okay.
And that's all we do there. And then we can hit repeat transaction. You do it monthly. And since it's $226,
it says repeat transaction is monthly. Okay.
Uh-huh. And then the next one, we just put a month from the date that we put this in. So we just skip over, hit that one arrow there, and it'll take us right over to March, 1 month over.
Over where? Where you at? I don't see nothing on your screen.
Right here. Okay. How's that?
Oh, you put the date as next month.
Uh-huh. Because that's the time. Next time it'll come up. 30 days from
Okay.
today.
Gotcha. Is it $49.95 or $39.95?
It's actually, well, mine is $49.95 because I have the travel. Yours is $39.95.
Should I go back and change and put 39?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All
I
right.
don't think you get the travel one. And then now we just save entry.
Okay.
Okay. So now what you can do, some people have a note section in their phone, and then they'll just, throughout the day, they're snapping shots of whatever they're doing. Then they do it once a week. They'll come in and put everything in here, like every Saturday or something.
Mhm.
And so now that just keeps up with it. And usually it's not, you shouldn't have no more than, except for mileage. So that's probably the only thing that changes every day or that you can add to every day. But other than that, everything else is not as regular. So what's the beautiful thing about it, next year, as well as this year, we'll be able to come back after we put our things in and print out what we need for the CPAs, the tax preparers that we have. We can print out the whole sheet. We can print out just a profit and loss. We can print out an annual report, so we can also print out all our receipt images. So this is a very powerful piece of software, and you can have one section like you have for business, and then another section for personal. So that now, as you're doing more real estate, and you develop, let's say, an S corp or something, or you have your LLC, whichever, we'll start doing another one for each house, So, but we'll come back. We'll talk to you more about that. But it's real simple. And then any income that you have, you just do the same way. You come in and put your income in and what it was. That's the simpler one. So now this right here allows you to, or allows anybody to take what they got, which is bills, and turn them bills into business expenses so that they can get some of that money back. So recording it is the biggest part of that, just to keep your recording real strong. Okay? And see, if you're a person, people that you talk to about this right here will save them thousands and thousands of dollars. They don't even have to do anything else but to get the membership and to track and manage their expenses. Everything else to take care of itself, and follow the system. And I'm gonna show you how that looks. Okay.
Okay.
The other one that we use is right next to it, the cash flow strategist.
All right.
And that's right there, and that's where you saw the A, B, and the C.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna share this screen because I got one that's already done. Okay. All right. So what this does in a nutshell is this. It says that, okay, when do you want to retire? How much money you want to retire with? How much debt do you have right now, if any, whatever that may be? It's going to also ask you, do you have any extra money, to possibly invest, whether it's $20, $30, whatever it may be. And it's going to calculate all of those things and then tell you and say, hey, if you have at least an 8% rate of return, then you can get your goal. And we're going to show you how to make sure you're making 8%. I mean, we're already doubling. So, on that path that we're on right now, you'll be doubling. So, but we show individuals at the minimum how to make at least an 8% return on their money, 401ks, whatever it may be that they're having. Okay? So this here, number one, this person says they have a goal of $8,000 a month. That means when they done working, they still got every first of the year $8,000 deposited into their account some kind of way through assets, of course. So now they also have $2,000 a month coming in from pensions and Social Security. Okay, so they're going to subtract that because that's already coming in. So that means this person needs to create an extra $6,000 a month to meet their goal. Okay, so they're going to say, well, how? So what we got to do is we got to see what kind of assets does that take to have $6,000 a month every month coming in no matter what. You must then have $900,000.
Okay.
In order to have $6,000 a month, you got to have it in an account making at least 8% or return on investment. If that's the case, this person already had $50,000. So what they did, they took our education, what we told them how to do, and now they get 8% return on this 50,000. And by 2033 here, that's the year they wanted to retire, that turned into $165,346.07. So just subtract that. Now they got to come up with $734,000, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So this will give you a perfect blueprint. So now you got to say, okay, hey, I don't have that. Majority of people, like you say, they only have about $50,000 in their account. So that's what we got to show them. Okay, what do we need to do? So number 7 says you need to be creating at least an extra $2,100 a month every month on top of what you're already making in order to reach your retirement goal. And so this person said, okay, cool, I can do that. And then they said, okay, hey, I can take an extra $250 to invest. And so that means that now I need to come up outside of my $250 that I've, contributed. I need another $1,873. So now this person sits down and says, I need to develop cash and I need to develop cash assets. So we start adjusting the W-4. And you can see here, we said that, hey, there is people out there trying to sell you this, that, and the other. This right here just gives a projection of $500, not 1,000, 10,000, 5,000. Just saying, okay, hey, if you can work and create an extra $500 a month, then this plan will work with you. So everybody can do that. Everybody create an extra $500, and they can do that simply by creating the taxes. Adjusting the W-4, and that just simply says that, hey, I'm a home-based business owner now, so that this 30% that you've been taking out of my check, Uncle Sam, or if you're a 1099 person, this allows you to write off more things so that you don't have to pay Uncle Sam back majority of the money that you've been getting paid. Okay, so now we adjust the W-4, we start doing our withholding. So now we get an additional $500 from there. Okay. Then we just simply, this person adjusted their expenses. So they said, hey, I don't need this, I don't need that. I can reduce my phone bill, blah, blah, blah. So they created an extra $860 by decreasing expenses. So when they did all of these things, they didn't go get a side job or anything like that most people, try to do. We got single mothers, they don't have any other, or single fathers don't have any other support, whatever it may be. Sometimes you don't have the hours to do that. So we show them how to do a debt snowball with the debt that they have. This person had $475,000 in debt. They were able to take that extra $1,860 that the blueprint spit out for them to do, and they rolled the $1,860 into their payments. And then it showed them how to take the extra $24,500, roll that into the next payment. Now that's paid off. Take the $26,05, roll that into this payment. Now you're paying the house off. Now in about 7 years, you paid off the house. So now in a total of 96 months, you've already paid off close to $500,000 without getting a second job, without, hemming and hawing, without selling plates, but doing the
Yeah.
things that people have a purpose to do, right? So that's what we do. So now this person is completely debt free by 2026. Let's see, what date did they start? 2018 was actually the date that they actually put this plan together. So in 8 years, they've paid off mortgage and all their debts in 8 years, living really nice. So now they have an extra $3,545 that's free.
Yeah.
And then you add that to the two, a little bit more, the rest of it, and now the available net available net monthly cash flow is $5,405. You see, when this happens, the debt is robbing us from our lifestyle. So the quicker we can pay off the debt, then we got all this extra money already coming in. See, there's no need to work as hard as we thought we would need to. So that's what we do, and that's how we strategize. So what do we do with the extra $5,000? We want to put that right into an investment, because this is already over and above what we were bringing in. So no need to start applying that to BMW or something. So now we take 50,000, and by 2034, this person has $999,431,000, right? And see, and that's just by rolling at an 8% ROI. Now imagine if you're making 12 to 20% like we do in real estate, investments and things. Just think what the numbers would look like if you just follow a set plan. So that's why the Myecon portion is so important to the R.E.A.L University, because it gets you this blueprint. So now the person keeps going. Now this has become almost $10 million in assets simply by rolling it over. And nothing changed in this lifestyle, her lifestyle. And so now what we do, we have day to day, we put our cash flow in. We adjust our W-4. We start writing off our bills. We start reducing taxes. We start reducing expenses. And then we move over into business income. That's only simply saying, hey, I let other people know how I'm getting out of debt. Some of those people start saying, I want to get out of debt too. I want to get better credit too. And so now that creates some commission for you, simply by showing them what you are already, not even showing them, but telling them what you were doing. And then just say, tune in on Thursday. And then now you get out of the way and we take over from there. It's real simple. And so now this creates multiple streams of income for a person. So they adjust a W-4. Now you got an extra $200 to $800. You reduce your expenses, you reduce your taxes, you start writing things off. Now you got another $500 to $1,000 coming in. So now you get better credit, you have less interest. So now you got more money staying in the household. So now we're doing, I know you're 1099, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So what we do now, because you're like myself when I started, you're like, well, I have all my money already coming to me. So I don't need to, get my 30% back. I already got it coming to me. I'm a 1099. So that's business income. So now we got to go and say, write off everything that we possibly can. So let's say, for instance, if we're getting in $1,000 a week or $1,000 a month, our goal is to get to a point to where we're writing off enough of that particular, let's say, 15 to 25% that Uncle Sam is looking for. So our goal is to try to write off about that amount so that we don't get no money from him and he don't get no money from us. Okay.
Right.
So we want to keep it that way. And that's how I pass on to my people. And I don't let them think that they got to sell something. Nah, just shift your income. That's all you got to do. I don't care if you don't say nothing to nobody else. Let them know to shift their income. And now everything else can take better. They have more money coming in. So you don't have to worry about visiting the W-4 and doing that portion, adjusting your W-4. But everybody around you that's got regular job, they could use the extra 30%. Get back into their house.
Wife.
You know what I'm saying? Your wife?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So we want to go and that when her last stub, whenever you get that, if it's coming up this Friday or if you just got it this past Friday, when you get that in hand, give me a shout, give me a phone call, and then we'll go and I'll show you how to submit the proper paperwork to the HR
Okay.
so that we can do that. So now we want to start including her bills, her mileage, what she's driving. So we want to start putting that all into the cash flow manager as well. Because we can also write off car interest. That's also a write-off. As this is 2023. As the last time I checked it, it was a car interest was a write-off. So it's almost 400 things though. But yeah, got that in itself is how you keep track with everything. You go and get yourself your cash flow strategist. You clock in. You check into there. It's going to ask you 4 or 5 questions that take you about 5-10 minutes to tell it what you want it to do or what you want it to see, and then it'll spit you out a blueprint like we just went over, and then you and your wife, y'all go over that blueprint, and then you go over to the cash flow manager and just say, "Hun, just once a week, you can text me, or if she's better at record keeping, like my girl is, I can text her, those things, and then she can enter it once a week, and I'll do the other part, but we all have those parts so that we can live right." Any questions, brother?
Yeah, I got some of this stuff in it, man. Top 5 financial goals, the 1 through 7, the retirement freedom goal. I feel that out as best I could.
Oh yeah,
sure it all have to be adjusted. Debt elimination, I got that filled out. Recurring monthly expenses, I have that filled out. For my taxes, how we'll go about doing that?
Okay, yeah. Now we do your taxes. All you do now is everything comes this way. So whatever the bills that I think you sent them over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we do now, we're just going to multiply those. Let's say, for instance, when you started last year, you already were doing X, Y, Z. You just didn't keep track of it. So let's say we say, I'm just throwing out numbers. Let's say, for instance, you do 50 miles a day in business, and we did.
I got all that for the for my job. I got track of. We wrote all those numbers down. I got my gas receipts and the mileage that I drove from the time I started the job to December 31st.
Gotcha. Okay, well, bet all you do then is go and list those accordingly to the dates. All the way back to what you have. So you go back to January, and then whatever you have there, you put that in. And if it's a monthly thing, you don't have to do it every month. You just hit reoccurring, and that one entry will come up the rest of the 12 months.
Yeah, because I run the same route every day.
Okay, yep, that's all you have to do. So you would do something like January the 5th or whatever, and then you would put in those particular ones that were reoccurring, say cell phone, internet, mileage, whatever those reoccurring ones was. We put all those in there, and then you hit reoccurring, and the following month will be February, and then it'll keep popping up, boom, 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 boom. And then
where I put that in at?
You go back to your cash flow manager. That's where you put all that stuff in.
That's business or home.
That's going to be you're going to put that in business, because everything right now is going to be under a home-based business, even your personal stuff. So that personal one you really won't use right now. Or if you already start using a personal one, then the business one you won't use right now. So whichever one you've already started entering.
Yeah, I started entering on both. I put all my bills on the home and the business.
That's fine.
Yeah, I don't.
You don't have to move anything, as long as you don't have it, duplicated. You're good. So that way, when you get ready to do the taxes, you just print out both sections. That's all. We're just gonna print out both sections.
Okay, I think I might have put them in the wrong place. So that cell phone and all that going in business is reoccurring, not home.
It can go either one. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Because right now we only have one that we're going to express right now.
Yeah, for my mileage, it was October the 3rd to December 31st, 574 miles a week.
Okay. So that's what you would do here. If you see my screen,
Now you ain't got nothing on the screen right now.
okay, let me see. All
Okay.
right. So when we come in and we're going to find transportation, mileage, and then you'll find that particular date, whatever that was. You go all the way back to that date, and then you put that down. Boom, who, what, when, where. If you got the receipt itself, go ahead and start. You can, if you want to, you don't have to. You can scan them and keep them here digitally, but you can also, since this is the first time, you can just file the paperwork somewhere, make sure you got it nice and clean, and then just keep the digital here. You don't have to upload it and nothing like that. But next time,
You said the gas receipts?
yeah, gas receipts.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of them.
Yeah, nah, you don't have to worry about that. But you do want to go ahead and come down and put your, your mileage, or like you say, gas, whichever one that you're listing. So if you got gas receipts in here, if you have written down the actual mileage, then you do that. But if it's gas receipts, like you're saying, you do that. Put your amount of the gas receipts. Who? That will be, whomever, yourself and your wife, or just you, or whomever it was. What? Gas? Where? That should be on the receipt. So you write that down from the receipt. And boom, you don't have to worry about mileage because you're using gas. And then let's say, for instance, that was a week's worth of gas. So you would multiply it by 4. So you can put a month's worth in at one time. Does that make sense?
Okay. You said weekly? Yeah, put weekly.
Yeah, if you gave it to me by the week, then just multiply it by 4 and then use that number. So if you were doing 100 miles a week, I'm sure it's a lot more than that, but then you would say 400 miles for the month. You would put that in as 400. Hold on one second.
Well, it's on gas and oil.
Okay, there you go. So make sure you find yours and then hit that. If it was 100 a week, then you would put 400 for the month. So that way you can just simply hit monthly and then let it recur. But if you think that was an odd week and it's not representative of your whole, every time, then just hit weekly so that you can change it. You put 100 and then put weekly,
Yeah,
so
that's what I got weekly.
Matching.
And then put March.
Yep. Whatever. If it was February, yes, then you'll put March. Mm-hmm. So whatever date that you put in, so that was your mileage for February, then yeah, the next one will be March. Or if it was February the 3rd, then the next one will be February the 10th if you're doing weekly.
Oh yeah, weekly. Next Monday. What? So tax wise though, I gotta go back to October 2022, right?
October, is that the furthest one you have back?
Yeah, that's when I started the 1099 job.
Okay.
Anything before that, I have 2021 W-2s as an employee.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't file taxes there yet.
Yep. So that's what you want to do. You're gonna go back as far as you get ready to file taxes for. If you're doing 2021, you're gonna go all the way back till January of 2021, or however it works. But you know what I'm saying, for that same year that you're filing, you want to go back to the previous January and put as much as that you got for January, as much as you got for February, as much as you got for March, so, and then that's when we'll go ahead and do the taxes once we get everything in.
Yeah, you might have to. We have to find some time for you to show me where to input all that. I send everything over to you, but
Oh, sure. Yeah, it's right here. The
okay,
same portion.
okay,
What we just doing. Only thing you're gonna do, instead of putting transportation and mileage, you're gonna put, cell phone. Instead of cell phone, you may put travel. Instead of travel, you got clothing. Whatever that is that you're getting ready to put, you'll find it in the drop down box.
okay,
Then you put the drop down box. Then you see your receipt, $50. $50 in there. If it's not a reoccurring, just hit save and keep on moving.
okay,
So that's all you're doing. So if your young lady has various things that she may do as a job, and she has to buy various clothing for that job. Okay. So those are things that are write off. If you have children that are around the house, so and then those things are write offs. But yeah, we'll definitely sit back down again and go back through. Make sure you know what you found, what you have, and make sure it's lined up. There ain't no problem.
okay. And one thing I wanted to ask you about the grant thing.
Uh-huh.
We can get grants if we would find something to sponsor.
Say again.
We get grants based off something we can find to sponsor.
Yeah. What you're doing is, if you find out something they need filling, generally it's something within the training, or you find a need that they need filling. Like we're serving homeless veterans, or we're serving the elderly, or the children, or disabled. You know what I'm saying? We find out where they had a need that matched our purpose, and then now we went after that grant after we already started doing the work.
I heard you say something about AAU. Would that count?
Yes, sir. Most definitely. That's what we're wanting to do. That's what I want to do as well. So that would be more than welcome. If that's something that you have a passion for, then we can go ahead and bring your company up underneath. So that, because it takes like 2 years before they can allow you to have grants. Generally, you got to be a nonprofit for a couple of years, and so we then would bring out all our resources and networks and provide whatever the AAU that you're doing, and then have our writer, do the grant work, and then pass that on to your team, man. Yeah.
Well, I got a homeboy. My son's 16 now. We started playing when we was like 10 years old with the Upstate Titans.
Mm-hmm.
My homeboy Bach is the director. He done had the team for like 8 years now. He a 503C or whatever. And I ain't know if we can maybe use that or something, and like buy the uniforms or something. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
They got three teams. You know what I'm saying? So he might have probably about 75 kids.
Cool. I'd love to talk to him, and we could do a after school care type thing in combination with it, and that would also put him in with other grants. So yeah, we can definitely do that. Invite him into the membership, most definitely.
Okay. Yeah, he officially been doing it for a minute now. I don't know what he knows or what he don't know, being that he might be in position to be able to make a move, having all these kids already for this amount of years.
Exactly. And see where his records are, see what he's already got a track record of doing, and then we can get behind it. And if not, then we can put it together so that it can have a track record. Yeah.
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah, I can get him in touch with you and we can talk about it. Okay, I think that might be it. Rest is just filling this information in, man.
That's it. It's all your information, so it can't be wrong. So you ain't gotta worry about it.
All right, that's good on that. What we looking like with the property?
Oh, we solid. We got everything submitted on Friday, and so we're going to be ordering appraisal and survey here shortly. We'll be rocking and rolling.
You when you want to try to get in there?
Let's see. I would say probably We start feeding on Monday. So let me see how it go,
Hmm.
and then I'll know a bit more about my schedule then.
Okay, like I say, you can get in there anytime, man. Or you can get in there with or without me back door. Um, it ain't locked. Just put a little force to it open. Or
Okay,
pull it
okay.
up to it
Yeah,
kind of like get stuck a little bit. So they ain't put no lock on it.
yeah. That's probably I probably lock it in. Probably either Friday or Saturday is what I'm thinking about.
Okay, that's cool with me.
Yeah, yeah. Let's get it done, man. Bustam's on the way, so everything looking nice there too.
Yes, sir. Sound good, man. Real still be sending me some other deals, but I told her I'm just, trying to focus on these right now.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think she stopped sending me some. I told her the last one I was, going to back out because, I didn't want to do anymore as well. So that's all
Yeah,
good. You gotta focus. You gotta focus.
exactly. That's what's
All
up,
right,
man.
doctor.
All right, man. I appreciate you. Any more questions I got, man, I'll hit you up.
Most definitely. You know the phone number.
Yes, sir.
All right. Peace.
All right, baby.